All right, let's get rolling. In this live stream, I'm going to teach you and tell you how I started a multi-million-dollar business with a $289 investment. I will not leave out anything. I'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly. Everything on how to do this. Also, be sure to subscribe and give me your phone number. And I'm going to explain why in a minute. Hey, this is Glendon Cameron, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu. If you want to learn how to hustle, you want to learn how to start a business, if you want to learn how to develop generational wealth, this is the thing you need to do. Also, you should give me your phone number, because what I'm going to do after this live stream renders is pick the best comment, and your phone number must be in the system to get a free t-shirt. So just saying. All right, let's jump off into this wonderful overview. I'm going to tell you my story, and then I'm going to tell you how I did it, and I'm going to tell you the takeaways. Now, first thing that you have to do is, well, we'll get into that because I'm getting into the overview stuff. So essentially, 2009, I started this YouTube channel, and I had a few goals. My first goal was to make $50,000 a year. My second goal was to write a book, leverage that into a publishing contract. None of that happened, and thank God. So I did that, and I found out something really, really interesting, is that you can virtually create a company out of sweat equity using the internet as leverage. And it was very new to me, because there's a lot of people who are not as fascinated by the internet as they should be. They're not enthralled or enraptured or just blown away, because I want you to really think about that. I downloaded a book from my head into a PDF and an ebook and also physical books, and I made money. I want you to really think about that. I made money, and there's this thrill, there's this thing, there's this enthusiasm that I get every time I create a product and I sell it and I make money. I don't care if it's $5, I don't care if it's 5,000. There is this thrill, and part of that thrill came from being a byproduct, sell stuff, reseller. I mean, we made really good money from the upscale garage sale, but I made money from my mind. I don't think you really understand how mind-blowing this is. And I was like, this is interesting. And this was after writing the book, and this was about month 7 that it really started to take off. And essentially, I had $289, which bought my $189 went to my web hosting, and the rest went to various things like domain name and stuff like that. I created my own WordPress blog, which doesn't exist. It's the urbanpackrat.com. You can go to the Wayback Time Machine. You can see what it looked like. And that was it for 2 years. That was the infrastructure. That was the total investment. And it got crazy because I didn't really see any reason to fix it. If you go back, and I urge you to go back and look at my older videos. Just go to the front of the channel and hit sort and go to the oldest videos, and you'll see these videos have these black bars. Put up a comment in the comment section after we rendered this thing on how my video presentation is today versus what it was in 2009. It's a journey, man. It's a journey. So I did that, and so many things happened. So many opportunities came my way. But essentially, there are people doing what I did, and they're not even spending the $289. They're just out there hustling. And part of that thing is you've got to have a certain level of talent. And I think this is something that many people overlook, don't really talk about, because my talent base came from my work ethic. And my work ethic came from writing all those Craigslist ads, buying all those storage units, meeting thousands and thousands of customers face to face. There were so many things that I did not understand when I talked about this years ago that makes such a big difference in your success today. Because one of the things I'm going to do with Hustle Camp is I'm going to go deeper into the mindset, because you have many people, it's like, I don't want the mindset stuff. No, look, Lyndon, I'm not trying to feel that mindset stuff. I'm not trying to, I just give me the information to make money. But see, the thing is, the mindset to make money must come before you make the money. But many people like taking the courses and the tools with an improper mindset, trying to make money, and they're frustrated because it's not working out. And the reason it's not working out is you have the wrong mindset. Now, that is essentially it. I started a YouTube channel, and I'm going to, because that's the overview, because it's really, really quick. Start a YouTube channel, write book, put links under videos. Links go to Amazon, links go to the blog. And that's how I made money. It sounds simple, right? On the surface, and on the surface, it is simple. But once you start to unpack it, because I've got notes, you have to do this. And this is the first thing that I did. And I didn't really understand what I did. Step one is to create an intention. And I'm going to circle this for my pleasure, because this is hands down one of the best things that you can do for your business. My intention, which was a written goal, was to make $50,000 a year, use the YouTube channel as a marketing arm. That's it. Now, the next thing is action and execution, because there are many people who are very well versed in how to do something. They've studied the subject matter, they know it very well, but they're not in a position to use that knowledge because they don't have the money. I actually had a situation like this on my Bitcoin situation, the Bitcoin video. This dude was like, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this, blah, 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 blah. Yet, his channel is nothing but video games and stuff. And I'm quite sure he is very well versed in how to do Bitcoin. But the thing is, there's a lot of Bitcoin sideliners. They know the stuff, they study the market and everything. They just don't have any skin in the game. So with step one is intention and execution, because execution puts skin in the game. You got to have that intention, and let's stay there for a second. Your intention in your mind is very, very important. And then when you take that intention and you write it on paper, then you start to do it. So it looks like it's one thing, but it's the intention in the mind, it's writing it on paper, and it's execution. So those are 3 action points that increase your chance of getting what you wanted. Because if I knew what I was doing and I didn't, I would have asked for more money. My goal was use the YouTube channel as a marketing arm, write the book, and make $50,000. I made 62. So I went 12 grand over my goal. But if I had said, hey, I'm going to write a book, I'm going to use the YouTube channel, and I want to make 250,000, I would have made it. I would have either came a little bit under, or I would have went a little bit over. And that's how this works, because that's what's the real power of this thing. It's not YouTube. It's not the publishing company, and I'll get into that later. It is the intention. It is the mindset. It is the execution, and it's the desire. That is super, super important. All right. Now, execution. Now, let's look at my execution. Let's go through it. My execution was sloppy. My book had typos. I had a lot of haters. In the videos, I looked like a runaway slave. I was all scared. This is good to Garrett. My execution was sloppy, man. But I still executed. So I want you to write this down. If you write nothing down. Sloppy execution beats no action every day. Sloppy execution beats non-action every day. Because I look at it, there were typos. The book cover was nothing to write home about. It was mistake after mistake after mistake, right? But I had execution points. I created the blog. I created the videos. I created the blog post. I created the book covers. So when you start to dive down into it, there's a lot of work, and the more work that you put into something, something's going to pop. Now, the good thing about my journey, so to speak, was I was talented with storytelling, and I'll talk about that later. And that's what got me through, telling stories. That hands down is the reason that the channel was successful enough to generate a certain amount of views. And also, I didn't have a lot of subscribers when I made the $1 million. I had like 1,700 because this is so funny. I used to keep track of the YouTube channel in this binder, right? I didn't have any Excel spreadsheets, and this is really, really simple. And the thing is, I was like, wow, I did that. And then it opened up a new channel because, going back to the Bitcoin, and let's just be clear. Get Bitcoin, learn cryptocurrency, but don't become so seduced by it that you don't do anything else, because that was my message. Start a business. Start a business, right? And you get these folks who they want their success to be dress right success. And what I mean is, they want their success to come this way. They want it to look this way. They want it to be this high. And there's so many action points that they want their success to look like that they literally kill it. They abort their success, because my goal was to write a book. My goal was to use the YouTube channel as a marketing arm. My goal was to make $50,000. 1, 2, 3 simple things. And I killed it because I did not have all of this pressure on my goals. Now, let's talk about the storytelling. One of the reasons I have so many stories to tell and so many things that I can talk about is I executed a lot in life. I executed on the storage auction trail. I executed on Craigslist. I executed at the upscale garage sale. I executed when I started dating these chicks. Execution, 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 execution. Because let's say I went ahead, I started the channel right, And I was like you. And I don't say this to be disrespectful, and I don't say this to be fresh. I say this to illustrate a point. Here you are, and you don't have the 10 years of storage auction experience. So you start a channel, and you probably do 20, 30 videos, and they're good. Then what happens? You hit what's called you hit a wall because you don't have enough content. And why don't you have enough content? Because you don't have enough experiences. And why don't you have enough experiences? Because you didn't execute. It is linear, because if you look at the people who have the craziest stories online, the wildest things, they lived. They've done a lot of stuff. They have execution points that are literally thousands of execution points in their lives. So here you are, and you're not even broke Dick Danny. You're not even Pennies Priscilla. You're like average Alan, right? And you come on there and you crush it for about 20, 30 videos, and then it just runs out. And then the views go away. Then you get disenfranchised, and then you get upset, and then you just stop doing it. That's the difference. Because for you to build something, you must be something, and being something takes time. I didn't see all this stuff happening. I didn't see all this stuff coming, but it came because I executed. And the third thing, patience. When I set out, and this was part of my written goal set, I gave myself 24 months to make it as a writer. And this was it. It's like, okay, you got to get this book written. You've got to make $50,000 by your 24th month, or you're going to have to do something else, Playboy. That was a hard goal. It was like, I got to make this happen. So the urgency was there. The creativity was there, because I was like, I got to make this in 24 months. And I achieved my goal plus crushed it. I crushed it in 11 months. I made 62,000, then I made 90, and then boosh, $1 million. But there was a lot of stuff that was going on, because one of the things that I did with this channel, and I did it from day one, is I prepped people who came to this channel to buy something. Now, with that, some of the execution points were clumsy. So some people are like, oh, no, this is a scam. I'm not going to buy anything. I'm out. And they left, and they never bought anything. So I was like, okay, that doesn't work. Next. Oh, that works a little bit well. Okay, next. Well, ooh, this really works. Keep doing this. And that was the thing. It is revision. Number 4. You're always revising. This channel has had about 6 major revisions. Because the thing is, if it ain't working, if it ain't hitting, I got to move on. And some people become wedded to the culture. They're like, all right, I'm doing cars this way, and they refuse to change. They're like what I call purists. It's just like, this is the way it is. This is how we do it, which is fine if that's what you want. And if it's fine that you don't get the monetary results that you want, knock yourself out, Playboy. But if you want to make money, you must change, you must revise, because the internet is not static. The internet is dynamic. And number 5, scaling. And this is a very, very important part. I was at Vid Summit, right? And there was this girl, she was young and very impressionable, and she wanted to build a YouTube channel. And I said, take a year or 2 to figure yourself out without any money. And she looked at me like I had 4 heads. And I was like, because the thing is, many of you are trying to build, figure out, and scale. That is way too much going on. Going back to my original written goals. Write a book, make $50,000, use the YouTube channel. That's just 3 things. This is what you got going on. You want to figure out your concept. You want to get a lot of subscribers. You want to get a lot of views. You want to scale, and you want to make money in 6 months. Once again, my goal was 24 months. I knew it was going to be hard making money as a writer. I knew what I was dealing against, so I appropriately set my goals. Because if you're trying to do this in 30 days, if you're trying to do this in 90 days, and there are some people who have the gift of gab, who have the natural charisma, who can do that. But that ain't most people. And let's take your plan. You want to do a YouTube channel, and instead of you saying like, if 90 days doesn't pop off, I'm gonna stop. If you say I'm gonna do this YouTube channel for 2 years just to see where it goes, you will be blown away at what happens. Because when you remove time and you leave yourself open and you practice patience, a lot of things happen. But when you have these tight, compressed deadlines, you just choke it out. You just choke out your dream. And balancing out. So each time I scale, I balance out. Like with Hustle Camp, I'm probably going to be around 2,000 to, it's probably not going to be like 3,000 until I do something major. Because once I've got the Facebook group, I got a lot of courses, and the people who buy into Hustle Camp can come to Atlanta whenever I have a live event, and they get in free. So I'm pretty good there. So once some other stuff happens, then I'll raise the price. So that's balancing out, figuring out some stuff, putting out more content, and trying new stuff to make, getting that $2,000 per customer easier. And once I figure that stuff out, then the scaling is just like flipping a switch. But if I continue to try to push the price and just keep pushing, like let's say I went from 2,000 to 10 grand, I would choke it out. I would choke it out because people are like, look, dude, all right, I could see 1,300, I could see 2,000, 10, really? And I would actually lose a lot of people, a lot. So this is right now, we're balancing out. We've got the thumbnail game together. The thumbnail game is tight. And it took me 2.5 years to figure that out. 2.5 years to figure out the thumbnail game, because I wanted something understated. I wanted something direct. And I didn't want anything like over the top crazy, because once again, this stuff takes time. So I needed a clear directional thumbnail, and I have that set. And it took 2.5 years to figure that out, because I tried so many times. I said, well, what about this font? I think I tried 80 different variations of the thumbnails before I got to this one. And on the side note, with designers, when you're working with designers, a lot of them want to do 2-3 things, right? Whereas if you have a designer who really digs deep and goes, it may happen on the 20th version. It may happen on the 25th. But a lot of them, they just want to do 3 presentations, simple as possible, and get your money and be on about it. Whereas if they were to open and to invest more, they would make so much more money. They would become such an artist of their craft that they wouldn't have to look for money. Money would find them. And I know this because, as this is a publishing company, and I'll speak on that real quick, because we publish videos, we publish online courses, we publish books, audio books, digital books, and paperback. So this is a publishing media company, more so than just a media company that doesn't have the physical assets that we do. All right. and long-term growth. Now, this is my 9th year on YouTube. So I've got the basics down. Now I have to say, where do I want to go in the next 10 years? Where do I want to go in the next 15? Where do I want to go in the next 20? Because now, since the basics are done, we don't have to worry about car notes and mortgages and stuff. All that's handled. Now, what do we do? And what is the plan? And my plan here, and this is what we're going to do, because I was working on it in Hustle Camp, is we're going to take people who don't know how to start a business and teach them how to start a business. Because once again, I'm letting this develop, and it's developing pretty quick, because Hustle Camp is only like 4 months old. So it's really developing because I am developed and I have more of a firmer sense of where I want to go with this and the people I want to train. Because as I niche it down and I niche it down and I niche it down, once I get to that serious niche where it's just like, this is it, this is it, this is it, it's just going to take off. But I'm comfortable, and let's be real, because I got good income coming in, so I can be patient without like going crazy. Because let's mention Gary Vee, and he talks a lot about this stuff. Gary Vee has $18 million a year coming in personal income. Even after taxes, it's still close to 10 million. I mean, seriously, who can't live well on that? I mean, think about it. So he doesn't have to be, quote, in a hurry to get it to a certain spot. Because the thing is, a lot of people look at him, and I look at him totally differently, is he hustles hard, but he hustles on the patience. And that sounds like an oxymoron, right? But I find it to be very, very true. So where are we going to go? We're going to help build entrepreneurs. We're going to first, and this is the thing too, because when I work with people one-on-one, and this is something that a lot of you don't know, everything that I do, I actually work with someone hands-on first to see how it's going to work. And invariably, it takes people 3 to 4 months to get their budget act together. Once they know that they need a budget, and to work out the kinks and all the backsliding, it's 3 to 4 months. So we do that. Then we do your net worth thing, which can kind of run concurrently with the budgeting thing, because a lot of people don't know their net worth. And then once we, that's what, let's just say budgeting, net worth, that's going to take 3 months. And then we get into side hustles, micro hustles, mini hustles, because some of you can go from a job to owning a business. Most of you can't, because there's so many skill sets that come into place that it creates just a lot of drama. First, you have to learn how to lead people. Then you have to learn how to hire people. Then you have to learn how to train people. Because I'm a hunter, right, at heart, but I've become a farmer and a manager, and that's a journey that literally has taken me 10 years. When someone says something, I have to not approach or speak in that hunter voice, like, hey, let's do this. Let's go. Let's sit back. Let's think about this. And I have to be the farmer and the manager, because that's my role in the company. And it's really an interesting dynamic. And for you to go from a job where you're not leading anybody, and I'm going to tell you another thing too. I got office insurance because I got a lot of expensive stuff in here, because the computer equipment stuff is like 30 grand. And I was like, you know what, you need to go ahead and get some insurance in here, because you've been playing around with this. So I go over to State Farm, I get the insurance, and we're doing the app. And the lady's like, what's your payroll? And I was like, it's like $20,000 a month. And she said, oh, wow. And I was like, what do you mean? And she said 90% of applications, most entrepreneurs have 1 to 2 employees. They don't have payrolls like mine. And I'm thinking like, okay, my payroll is small because it's going to get larger because we're going to add people, but we're going to add them appropriately. We're not just going to jump them in there. And it hit me. You have many people who have left their job, and if you're using this language, stop. I'm just trying to keep it small. I'm just trying to go under the radar. I'm not trying to get too big. I'm trying to just do enough. I'm trying to maintain. All of those things are killers to your success. Don't say that to yourself. Don't put that out in the universe. Don't do it. So we get the insurance policy and stuff, and I came away and I kept thinking about that. And part of the reason that so many entrepreneurs stay small or have, quote, small teams is they're not comfortable with bigger teams. And if they're not comfortable with bigger teams, their company's not going to get any bigger. And what they're going to try to do is become as efficient as possible and make as much money as possible with the people that they have because they're uncomfortable with management. They're uncomfortable with hiring people. These are some serious skills because let's say, you learn how to hire people, you learn how to train people. That's $1 billion company right there. Just on those 2 skill sets because they're so hard to develop. So that's pretty much it, I believe. So I'm going to go to the chat room, see what's going on in there, because I could be scared. Brain power. Y'all ready? Oh, man. What's up, Dank Souls? Jay Fleming, DJ Slim, what's going on? What's up, Diana? What's up, Vanessa? What's up, Frankie? Christian V, what's going on? Antonio, what's up? Jade Rick, what's up? What's up, Charlatan? What's up, Raleigh Jones? If the internet does not excite you, then you need to get some knowledge and sell it. I mean, it should, man. It really should. What's up, Yolanda? I saw your comment on the dating app. Oh, there's going to be a lot more dating stories. Ganja, it's tough building talent, but it takes time. True. Daniel, how is there a dislike before the video even started? Oh, man, I got haters, man. I got haters. Thanks, souls. You're right. See Lucier. Mindset is everything. The roots create the fruits. Kindle Vision. What's going on? What's up, Quazel? See Lucier. In the handwriting, old school, not typing. There's a link to the brain, scientifically based. Yes. True, true, true. Christian, what's up? Purpose Pit, runaway slave. I mean, dude, it was scary. Thanks, Souls. That book made me bank. Did not care about the typos. The cover was all about the content and executing. Thank you, thanks, Souls. What's up, Archangel? Pivot, baby. See Lucier. What's up, Gabron? What's up, Bianca? Purpose. Why is it that followers don't want you to change, but they don't appreciate your old content? It's like they expect you to stay in some limbo. That's culture and tribalism, Purpose Pit. I got a lot of people who do not like the new stuff, and that's all well and good. But if you continue to do the same content, you're going to lose a lot of people. We will not. Numbnuts got blocked. What's up, Joseph? Let's see. You need to lead yourself. Someone put in the comments, you got to be your own superhero. You got to put your own cape out. He really liked that. You leave your phone number under the channel. It's just it says give me your number. Click that, and you can leave your phone number. What's up, Glendon? How established do you need to put out content? Well, that's the beauty of the internet. You don't need to be established. Somebody today is going to grab this phone and do this and put some content out. That's all. That's what I did. That's what you see. The thing is, you got to get started, because if you overthink it and you don't take action, you're going to kill yourself. What's up, Jules? For example, do you need to be rich before you put out content about getting rich? Jules. Pierre, I would say yes. I mean, okay. If you don't know how to make yourself money, how can you teach someone else to make money? So in that aspect, you do. But there's so many different ways that you can put content out. You could put content out about making thumbnails. Thumbnails are hell of important. You could put out content about personal health. You could put out content about mindset. Once again, when I started this, I was just putting out storage auction content. I didn't even talk about, being a millionaire and all this other stuff. That is not required. Good content will win. Let's see. And something else too on the rich thing. There's a lot of people who are really rich and they'll never put out content. They don't want the competition, and they don't want anyone knowing how much money they have. What's up, Baroque? What's up, Breezy? What's up, Marquez? Oh, I'm done with that, charlatan. One of the things that I'm balancing out this year, I'm not going back anymore. I went back, I've done stuff, I put things out, and it's time to do a lot of new stuff, which you're going to be excited about. Joshua Hill, I'm proficient in 65 Adobe programs. Is it figuring out how to utilize that to build $1 million business? What do you mean? You need to do tutorials if you're proficient. Ross Gino, you said early in the year that the lack of major advertisers is hurting YouTubers. Is that still the case? No. That you still have people talking about apocalypse and everything. And once again, intention. I got my mind right, and I said, look, if I want my channel to grow, well, actually, I don't even care about the channel growing. I don't even care about subscribers. I care about conversions. So what do I need to do to get those conversions? And I start doing it, and I got subscribers. I got like 20,000 subscribers in the last 3 months, doing what I needed to do to make conversions. Craig Cooper, what's going on? I'm almost done with payments for Hustle Camp. Everyone sign up to pay there are payment plans. Appreciate you, Craig Cooper. Dana, what's going on? Nah, I'm done with that. Joseph, you ever think about using PayPal credit so you can get paid for the Hustle Camp instantly and we can get the content? I don't even know. I've never thought about that. I'll check into it, but I don't know. I'll have to look into that. So, Purpose Pit, what is good content? Useful content? Okay, Ray, not really. Purpose Pit, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Good content entertains. One of the things that I think many people overthink is like my dating stories. because the dating for advice for entrepreneurs, that's going to turn into a full-fledged series because it's going really well. The last story I put up was about me and this chick I was dating role playing. That's it. I mean, good content entertains. That's as simple as it is. Because let's say you are a master at Adobe, but you are dry in your delivery. That channel's not going anywhere. Now, let's say you're like half proficient, but you have charisma, you have personality. Channel's rising to the top. Levinsky, taking your advice on scaling my eBay store, and you're right that you need more space, supplies beforehand. The supplies that I wouldn't buy every 3 weeks, I have to wait every 2 days. Good deal, Levinsky. Because see, this is the thing. And this is another reason why many entrepreneurs stay small. They do not build a business infrastructure that allows them to grow. So they're essentially boxed themselves in and they work 80 hours a week or 90 hours a week and they just can't make any more money because the business was not designed to make any more money. It sounds simple, but a lot of people are beating their head against the wall on that. Terrence Phillip. Hey, Glendon, I'm thinking of starting a side company to fund my main company. And I'm intending to build. Is that a good idea? Terrence Phillip, that's the basis for Hustle Camp. First, we do your budget. Then we do your net worth. Then we create a side hustle. And then we create a business because each step along the way prepares you to run a business. Have you been listening to me? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Let's see. Dana, True is saying millionaires won't show in others' house. Some of my best customers and success stories will not give me a referral because they don't want anyone knowing what they're doing. I'm telling you. Michael Dennis loved the creeper van story. Oh, there's another story. It's like, I'm a falcon. There's the warehouse. And this like, let's just put it this way. Dating advice for entrepreneurs is going to be a hot series because I got a lot of content for that. Christian Amerson, how do you put out content about personal health when there's a lot of fitness people on YouTube? Okay, Christian, I want you to pretend there are no other fitness channels and just put your content out. Joseph Luca, people will have to do payments with PayPal. I'll just look into it. I'll see if I can set that up. Young, and you know, part of that kind of goes against Hustle Camp though, because let's say you don't have the money, right? And part of the Hustle Camp is managing your money correctly. So I'll look at that, but I don't know because I got to really think about that. Young Cashmere, hustler's mindset, pimp your mind to success is a treasure chest. Appreciate you, Young Cashmere. PayPal will be the lender's loan. I'll look into it. Dry Pickle, I thought it cost more than $289 to start publishing. I didn't know I missed a lot. Okay, let's talk about business models. What I did was a self-funded organic business model. Now, if you want to go out and get $1 million or $30 to start a publishing company, you can. But I started organically, so that's why. It is, Dana. Craig Cooper, Glendon, do you think you should create a different? No, I'm not. Actually, some of that's going on right now. There are some people, mostly women, who are unsubscribing to the channel in droves. And I don't really care. And once again, look, I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me really, really clearly. I don't do this for money. I do this for fun. I do this for the joy. I do this for, these wonderful interactions with, people in the comments. You're asking great questions. I mean, people are engaged. You're thrilled. This is why I do it. So, like the Bitcoin thing. All right, I looked at my Bitcoin wallet, and it's like $51,000. It's a little bit more than that. And people lost their damn minds. It's like, oh, you need to do this. You need to do it. I don't care. I don't care. I got bread. I'm happy. I drive the car I want. I live where I want, and I have an office. I'm like partially retired. And one of the things that you got to understand is if you've got, you know what? Let me explain it to you like this. I have experienced abundance for a very long time. So I don't worry about not having something or taking advantage of every opportunity, because regardless of what I do, if I do the right thing, I get so much back. I mean, I get so much back. So I'm not even worried about some Bitcoin. And but once again, when if you go to the Bitcoin video, and you'll see scarcity comments. You see scarcity because you need to do this, you need to clamp down this. I'll put it like this. How many people here believe in soulmates? Just put that in the comments, right? I don't believe in soulmates. I believe that as you develop as a person, more people come into your life. So the more you develop yourself, the more opportunities you get. I am not the same person I was at 25. I'm not the same person I was when I married my wife. And since I'm not the same person, I've improved, I've worked on myself, I've done personal development. The women who come in my life are fucking amazing. I mean, it's like crazy. So that's the thing. But no, we're going to do the dating channel if they're turned off. And that's good marketing, because the people who are like, yeah, I like that dating story, let me check out this hustle camp. That's my targeted audience. It's going to be dudes, It really is. Purpose Pit. I wish I was the cash to be outside, girl, instead of wasting my time trying to be an honor roll student in 8th grade. Grant Barnes, would you say your AdSense money is back to normal since before the whole advertising controversy? Hold on a second. I think we can do this. Let's see. I think that I should show this. Window. Hold on a second. Let me cue up the audio. All right. Let me show you something. All right. So we will go into because I'm showing you this to let you know you just can't believe all of the hype and stuff, because let's see. Let's go to last month. All right. You see that, right? 2,500. So let's go back to, let's go here. Let me just do this, because I'm showing you this to prove a point. You see that? You see that? My advertising money is not back to normal. It is like 5 times what it used to be. I used to get $200 to $500 a month in AdSense. And since I've employed some stuff, let's see. Let's go here. Okay, I have to get custom to get there. I'm going to tell you, if you're going to start a YouTube channel, AdSense is not the best way to make money. It's just not. It can be part of your chain. What the hell? Oh, all right. I know what I did. Oh, it's like, we're not gonna let you do that, bruh. All right, you see that? 254. So we go to custom, and let's see. We'll go to August. Oh, well, no, I guess that wasn't August. That was strange. All right, there we go. We'll go to August. All right, you see, August, it got a little bit better. And then we will go to last month, which was September. So no, it's not even close. I mean, one of the things you have to see, and let's see, and we'll go here to this month. So we're gonna do we're definitely gonna do 2,000 again this month. So that's it. You can't really look at other people on this. There's so many things. All right, for those of you who want Hustle Camp, I'm rewriting this description, but it's going to be more in line with what we're doing. Plus, you get a lot of courses. You get a lot of stuff. It's like Hustlers Kung Fu University. And what I'm going to do is get a little niched in some areas that I thought that I had covered, but I didn't really. And there's going to be like smaller courses that will help you with what you're trying to do. So be sure to go ahead and grab that. See, it fixed itself. And what I'll do, well, essentially just go ahead and grab that. It's going to be $2,000. Now let's talk about the prepayment plan. I have a lot of people who want the payment plan, but I'm, where you put a small payment down, then you have access to all this content. What's going to happen if we do that is the person who say the payment is $300, they're going to cram as much as possible within a day or a week or two or before the next payment's due, and they're going to bounce. That's why we do not do payment plans, because that happened last time. And, essentially Hustle Camp isn't for everybody. It's for just a certain kind of person. Now, what I will do today is go to PayPal and see if I can set that up. And if I can set that up, I'll make it happen. So with that, thanks for being here. Thanks for checking me out. I will check you guys out later. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Well, I'm about to bounce, so I will see you guys later.